Chief Whip, you know, we are supposed to be in the chamber of the House of Representatives at 9:30. Now we are supposed to do votes and proceedings here, and the announcements. So we have just about 14, 15, 16 minutes to do those. And walking from here to that place will not be less than 5 minutes. Sorry? So I will advise that we do the votes and proceedings, and when we finish reading correspondences, I think we can suspend plenary after the leader moves the motion, and then start the procession to go there so that we are not there late. So we do the votes and proceedings, because this is not a regular day for us. It's a special sitting, and I think we can't afford to start waiting until 9:30 when we pass the votes and proceedings. So, votes and proceedings. Please circulate the votes. You have? Okay, great. Okay. Page 1287, 1288, 1289, 1290, page 1291, 1292, 1293, 1294, 1295, 1296, 1297, 1298, 1299, page 1300. Page 1301, 1302, 1303, 1304, 1305, 1306, 1307, 1308, 1309, 1310. Page 1311, 1312, 1313, 1314, 1315, 1316, 1317, 1318, 1319, 1320. Page 1321, 1322, 1323, 1324, 1325, 1326, 1327, 1328, 1329, 1330. Page 1331, 1332, 1333. Distinguished Senator Uche Lillian Ekwinife Iyom.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. My name is Senator Uche Lillian Ekwinife Iyom. I represent Anambra Central and from Anambra State. Mr. President, I rise to move that the Senate do approve the votes and proceedings of Wednesday, 5th October 2022. I so move.
Distinguished Senator Abdul Fattah Buhari.
Mr. President, distinguished colleague, I second the motion as moved by Senator Ekwinife.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion that the votes and proceedings of Wednesday, 5th October 2022 be approved, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The votes and proceedings of Wednesday, 5th October 2022 is hereby approved. Letter from Mr. President. Dear Distinguished Senate President, transmission of the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Bill 2022 and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Alteration Bill 2022 to the National Assembly for consideration. Pursuant to Section 50A, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, I forward here with the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Bill 2022 and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Alteration Bill 2022 for the kind consideration of the Senate. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Alteration Bill 2022 aims to ensure the effective performance of the functions of the Code of Conduct Bureau and assist the Code of Conduct Tribunal in the effective and speedy dispensation of cases. While hoping that the Senate will, in the usual expeditious manner, consider this submission for passage into law, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari. Another letter from Mr. President. Dear distinguished Senate President, transmission of the Federal Capital Territory FCT 2022 statutory budget proposal. Pursuant to Section 121 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I forward the Federal Capital Territory 2022 statutory budget proposal for the kind consideration by the Senate. In the preparation of the Federal Capital Territory's 2022 budget proposal, the Federal Capital Territory Administration aligns with the federal government's laudable fiscal development policies. Accordingly, the FCT 2022 budget proposal prioritizes improvement in healthcare services, job creation, youth employment, social welfare services, education, and increased productivity in agriculture in our determination to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty. While hoping that this submission will receive the usual expeditious consideration of the Senate, please accept, the distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari. Petitions. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the first order of the day is a motion standing in my name that the Senate and the House of Representatives do sit in a joint session to receive an address by Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammad Buhari, on Thursday, 7th October 2022 at 10 a.m. on the 2023 appropriation bill. Mr. President, with your permission, I hereby move that the Senate and the House of Representatives do sit in a joint session to receive an address by Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, on Thursday, on Friday, 7th October, or today, 7th October 2022, on the 2023 appropriation bill. I so move today.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion. So, you said he did that. Oh, minority leader, you did this second. Okay, minority leader, please second.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. I rise to second the motion that this Senate do sit in a joint session with the House of Representatives to receive the President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria on the 2023 appropriation bill. I so second.
Thank you very much, Minority Leader. Huh? You mean you leave all of us there? Oh, okay. Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion that the Senate and the House of Representatives do sit in a joint session to receive an address by Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, on today at 10 a.m. on the 2023 appropriation bill, say aye. Those against, say nay. Ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, we are supposed to go to the chamber, the temporary chamber, of course, of the House of Representatives in the procession. And going by the program, we are supposed to be at the chamber at 9:30. But I've just been informed that the speaker has not entered the chamber yet. And the leader and some of our colleagues have confirmed that it will require about 10 minutes for us to reach there. I will advise that we stay here a little bit. Maybe we leave here 9:30, 9:35. Even if, sorry? No, we are not taking, it's not even in the paper. But we shouldn't be too late. President, today is Friday, and everybody is aware that we have to conclude on the program, the joint session, in a good time so that those who are supposed to go for Jumat are able to do so. So I believe that by 9:35, latest probably 9:40, even though we have asked somebody to be in the chamber there to tell us when the House will be ready to receive us, because they have to pass a motion to receive us into their chamber. Sorry? Well, you didn't tell me, but I will still take a hazard and ask you to, if you start and it's very controversial, then we can step it down. So we will now graciously take the, where is your motion? Ah. No, you have already failed the standing order provides you are supposed to circulate, so you have already. No. Deputy Chief Whip, don't worry. At least she will have to respond to order, and I will ask her to read. And she will have to read everything there, so you don't have to worry, don't have to argue with that. So, distinguished colleagues, I think we would tarry a while. But by way of information or reminder, when we conclude on the joint session, we are supposed to come back to our chamber here before we adjourn. We have to come back to adjourn. Sorry? No. And also another information is Tuesday we may suspend our sitting. I mean, when we adjourn today, we may adjourn until Wednesday, because on Tuesday, that will be the 11th of October. Many of us and all the two presiding officers will be at the National Honor Award ceremony, and 10 or 11 of our colleagues here. And without the presiding officers, I don't think it's we should push ourselves to see. So when we adjourn, it will be to adjourn until Wednesday. And Wednesday, when we come, we do second reading of the appropriation bill. It's normally debate on the general principles of the budget. We can do that on Wednesday only if we're able to take everybody who wants to speak. If we are able to take everyone that wants to speak on Wednesday, we adjourn. We suspend plenary for the committees to start their activities. If we are not able to take on everyone, then we have to come back on Thursday so that we conclude on the debate, and then we suspend plenary for I think about 4 weeks, so that the budget defense and other activities will ensue. So Tuesday, I think we'll have no plenary, unless something happens to the National Honors Award ceremony on the 11th. If it is shifted, then it means we can sit, but otherwise, we will not sit. Yeah, let me listen first, because she's supposed to discuss with me. She didn't. So now you have to tell us what it is, and then we can make our judgment whether we should allow you.
This is just
No, you should raise point of order first, because we don't know which point of order you are raising. When the minority leadership finishes talking, then we can take you at this. Okay.
standing order. Mr. President, Order 41 of the Senate Standing Order. The matter for discussion.
So are you coming under Order 41?
Discuss it with you, but for doctrine of necessity, within these 2 minutes we can take it. It's a straightforward motion.
It depends. It's not automatic. We have, in addition to myself, our colleagues will have to be satisfied before you are allowed to continue. So you can read them.
Hello. Just to crave the indulgence of my colleagues, within 1 minute, it's just a straight.
No, that's not the point, please. Read the standing order you are coming on, yes.
That the matter for discussion shall, if possible, be referred to the President of the Senate before commencement of the day's sitting, and the President of the Senate shall refuse to allow the claim unless he is satisfied that the matter is definite and urgent. Then 51. Notice shall not be dispensed with in the case of a motion or in respect of any other proceeding for which notice is required, except with the consent of the President of the Senate and the general assent of the senators present. Mr. President, why I brought this up, I had it before, I mentioned it to you last week, but it didn't come up.
Distinguished colleagues, please let's listen to her, because she needs our permission to continue from that point.
We'll have about 2 minutes or 3 minutes to...
No, please. Tell us what it is. The 2 minutes is not a guarantee that you have to use the 2 minutes. Tell us what it is. What is the issue?
The urgent need for the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development to commence activities at the abandoned National Development Center facility located at Mba, which they have completed over 7 years ago, lying low. Because we have 1 minute, 2 minutes, that's all. So that we don't sit down, let's just consider it. It's a motion. It's not a big deal now.
In fact, I didn't even hear you.
Mr. President, what I'm saying is that because we have just 2 minutes,
No, forget about the 2 minutes. You are not there yet.
To commence activities in abandoned facility they built over years, lying, there without any activity. In the harmless motion, is nothing there. There's not a big deal.
You see, you didn't read the 41 up to the end. I wish you had. So if you insist that I should put the question, no, it's not for me. I will have to put the question. I will put the question. But ordinarily, we're not even supposed to take this because by our standing order, you are supposed to circulate the motion to all members, to all the senators sitting. So,
Excellency, sir, I know the procedure. I am very conversant with the procedure. It's because of doctrine of necessity we are here waiting for 3 minutes. Instead of us waiting for these 3 minutes, we just take it. It can't take 2 minutes. We just go. You know, it's nothing.
well, let me put the question. With all the irregularities, my those in favor of this, please sit down. Distinguished, sit down. I'm not sure what the outcome will be, but I'll put the question. Those in favor of please, minority whip. Minority whip, please. Senator Uche, please, face me. you, this is, no, there is distinguished colleagues, there is a motion on the floor. No, not yet. No. She didn't withdraw. She didn't withdraw. She is hopeful that this motion, request, will be endorsed. So those. Don't worry. I think the distinguished Senator Uche Kwenife has done some remediation. So she deserves 1 minute at least. So those please let's those in favor say aye. Those against say that the ayes have it.
Mr. President, you have blown my heart this morning. Mr. President, you have blown my heart this morning. Thank you very much. And thank you so much, my very distinguished special.
Don't waste time. Just go.
Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Uche Lidan Ekunifiyom. I represent Anambra Central. I'm from Anambra State. Mr. President, the urgent need for the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development to complete and commence activities at the abandoned National Youth Development Center facility located at Mbaku, Anambra State Youth of the Catchment. Mr. President, the Senate notes with concern that the construction of National Youth Development Center Mbaku, Oka North local government area of Anambra State, which commenced in 2005 for the benefits of not just the host community, but to serve the entire people of the Southeast geopolitical zone, has been abandoned for the past 11 years that the project was completed. Mr. President, some of the structures completed and ready to use are following: multi-purpose hall, administrative block, workshop blocks, staff quarters, female hostel, male hostel, lecture halls, water treatment tank, electrical transformer, power generators, internal roads, among others. All these projects have been completed for the past 11 years. Mr. President, the Senate is concerned that this well-thought-out program of the federal government, located on over 60 hectares of land, donated by the good people of Mbaku, which promised to provide opportunity for training of youth on various skill acquisition programs, has long been abandoned to deteriorate over the past 11 years and counting. Mr. President, considering the huge financial investment of the federal government in this project and the benefits derivable if put to use, it has become most compelling that the lofty ideals of this project must be pursued to its logical conclusion. Mr. President, the Senate is concerned that these centers were conceptualized to serve as advisory centers and outreach facilities where trained personnel provide information, counseling support, digital and non-digital training, as well as provide referral services to our young generation. With escalating cases of youth restiveness and increasing rates.
Well, I think this is too long.
Having enumerated the advantages, Mr. President, the Senate therefore resolves to urge the Federal Minister of Youth and Sports to immediately put the center in use. Then the Youth and Development Committee should investigate the circumstances that led to the abandonment of this very big edifice. Mr. President, I so submit.
The distinguished Senator George Thompson Sekibo, JP, CON.
Mr. Senate President, I'm Senator George Thompson Sekibo, Rivers East. Because of exigencies and time, I rise to second the motion with all the letters and intent read and the prayers all put together. I rise to second the motion.
Thank you. Distinguished colleagues, I will just put the question on all the prayers because of the exigencies of time. Those in favor of the two prayers, distinguished, you have two prayers there. Yes. Those in favor of prayers 1 and 2 of the motion, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you very much, Senator Ekunife. Leader of the Senate, I think we are ready. They are ready there. Okay, distinguished colleagues, they are ready in the House chamber. So, you have already taken your motion. So it's for us just, but let me re-echo this thing that when we finish there, we are coming back here to adjourn. So we are not, we should make effort to come back. It's a little bit of a distance, but maybe that is because it's a temporary arrangement. Thank you.